Newlywed Game. And here are today's newlyweds. Couple number one, married 4.5 months, Christy and Brian Huntermuller. Couple number two, married 9 months, Oriana and Andrew Valdez. Couple number three, married just 3.5 weeks, Maisha and James Riley. And couple number four, married 17 months, Kelly and Brian Sievers. And now, here's the star of the Newlywed Game, Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Newlywed Game, and a very special hello to our 4 newlywed couples over there. Nice to have you with us. And you know what, ladies, it's time for you to go off to our soundproof area. All right, while the ladies are leaving, I want to remind all of our husbands over here that I'll be asking you some 5-point questions. You'll be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Now remember, if her answer matches your prediction, you get 5 points, and it's the couple with the most points at the end of the show that wins a fabulous second honeymoon. So the ladies are gone, and gentlemen, here is your first 5-point question. You ready? Here we go. Gentlemen, for 5 points, how often will your wife say, "You fantasize," while making whoopee? Would it be all the time, some of the time, or none of the time? Brian?
I'm going to have to go with some of the time, Bob.
Some of the time you fantasize?
Yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
Yeah. I could get a little rough a little later here, but...
No, I don't want to hear it later. James?
I would have to say some of the time.
You fantasize some of the time?
Yeah, about her, of course.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You ought to run for office. Andrew?
Yeah, I would go with some of the time.
Some of the time you fantasize.
Yeah, I'll go some of the time.
Is that okay with that?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, okay. Brian?
Again, I'll say some of the time, but again, Christy's a part of it always. So.
Oh, but oh, yeah, I understand that totally, guys. Your nose is going to grow, you know that. Next question, gentlemen. Gentlemen, what will your wife say is the one thing you think she stuffs her face with much too often? And be specific. What's the one thing that you think she stuffs her face with much too often, James?
Ooh, I would have to say bread. She always...
Bread?
Always eating bread. She
All
likes
right.
biscuits.
Andrew?
I wouldn't go with the food. I'd say the phone. It's always in her face. It's always on her
She's
mouth.
stuffing her face with the phone. Yeah.
I'd say she's stuffing it in her mouth.
She's fantasizing, man. You know that. Brian?
Candy bars. Christy loves
Candy bars. Okay. And Brian?
Potato chips because of the salt. Gotta have
Potato
the salt.
chips. All right. Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Gentlemen, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking now. When it comes to my wife's family, I'd rather spend an entire day having a root canal than a few hours with her blank. Give me a first name only, please. You'd rather spend the whole day having a root canal, Andrew, than a few hours with her...
Her grandmother.
Her grandmother.
I mean...
What's the matter with her grandmother?
She just don't like me, Bob. She hates me with a passion. I mean,
Why does she hate you? You seem like a good guy.
Yeah, I am. It's just, I don't know. I guess I took her granddaughter from her, and
Yeah, you probably did.
she has excuses, but
Oh, okay, Brian.
I'm not sure.
I'd have to say Christy's brother. I like
Which
him.
brother? What's his name?
Rick. I
Brother
like him
Rick.
a lot. Rick, I like you a lot, but he's been staying with us, and it's...
You don't like Rick, do you?
I like him, I do.
Yeah. But you'd rather have a root canal than spend a few hours with Rick.
Well, it's just because I see him all the time.
I understand. Okay, Brian?
That'd be your grandma Boo Boo.
Her grandma Boo Boo?
Yeah, well, Grandma Boo Boo got the name because when they were younger, they had a small dog named Boo Boo, and when they would go to Grandma's house, they didn't know which one, so it's going Grandma Boo Boo's.
Thanks for sharing that story with us.
Yes, it's...
James?
Her mother's going to kill me. But maybe her mother?
Her mother, yeah.
Her mother's nice, but I don't know anything else to say.
Pardon me?
I don't know anything else to say.
Oh,
Her
no, you
mother's
said
nice.
plenty already. Thank you guys very much. We'll be right back to reunite our newlyweds. We'll see how well our husbands have predicted what their wives will say right after these messages.
This Valentine's Day.
It'll be... And welcome back to the Newlywed Game. Okay, gentlemen, we've recorded your predictions on cards. You now have them flat on your laps. Each time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you get 5 points. And remember, it's the couple with the most points at the end of the show that wins a wonderful second honeymoon. So, ladies, it's nice to have you back, and boy, did we find out some stuff about you. Here we go with our first 5-point question. Ladies, how often does your husband fantasize while making whoopee? Would it be some of the time, all of the time, or none of the time? Christy?
Better be some of the time.
Some of the time.
Some of
He
the
said
time.
it is some of the time. That's right. What do you think he fantasizes about?
I hope it's me, but I'm not positive, so.
Oriana?
some of the time.
Some of the time you think he fantasizes. He said he fantasizes some of the time. Yeah. You want to tell her who it is, Andrew?
No, well, just kidding. Just kidding. It's her all the time. It's her all the time.
Andrew, go ahead and tell her who it is.
It's always you. Huh?
It can be.
Yeah, I know. Maisha?
None of the time.
None of the time. Oh, Maisha, he said just some of the time.
Thank you.
Well, I figured some of the time, but it's about you, of course.
Okay.
Kelly?
Some of the time.
Some of the time. He said he fantasizes some of the time. Yeah. Okay, here's our next question. Ladies, what's the one thing your husband thinks you stuff your face with much too often? Be specific. Something that you stuff your face with much too often. Oriana?
Donuts.
Donuts. You know what he said? He said you stuff your face with the telephone much too often.
Well, phone's always in your face.
Your face with food. Oh,
It's
shut
always
up.
in your mouth. What did you do today? Okay, bye.
Aisha.
The phone.
The phone. He predicted you would
Did you
say
say the phone?
top card, James.
You're always telling me to get off the phone.
bread. Bread.
I'm not even gonna go there with you. Not today. Not today.
You're not going to go there with him?
No, not today. Not today.
Don't go there, and if you do, don't get comfortable, is what she's saying. Kelly, what's the one thing?
Lately, it's been ice cream.
Ice cream. He said lately it's been potato chips.
Oh, that is my favorite.
The salt, the bag, rip the bag, get the salt in the
I
bottom,
love
hit
them.
the salt in
That's
there.
true.
Okay.
That's when I want the salt.
I understand. Christy?
I'm gonna have to say cereal.
Cereal. All right. Your husband said it would be, no, it's your candy bars. Lots of candy bars.
I don't think so. I eat cereal. I don't eat candy bars.
You don't eat candy.
Must be the girl he's fantasizing about.
And that's
Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Ladies, how did your husband complete this sentence? This is him talking now. When it comes to my wife's family, I'd rather spend an entire day having a root canal than a few hours with her blank. Give me a first name only, please. Maisha, he'd rather spend an entire day having a root canal than a few hours with your blank.
my sister,
What's her name?
Malika.
Malika? All right. Now, he said he'd rather have a root canal than spend a few hours with your mother.
My mother. You know what? My mother. My mother.
I didn't have anything else.
My mother. My mother.
Maisha, he said your mother. He said
My mother.
But I did say snow first.
My mother.
Yeah. I was so embarrassed when he said that. You have a nice mother. I like her.
Thank you.
Yeah. But he doesn't. He says he'd rather have a root canal.
My mother is gonna give you a root canal.
Kelly.
My brother Scott.
Brother who?
Scott.
Scott. Now, he said he'd rather have a root canal and spend a few hours with your grandmother Boo Boo.
Well, you know, Scott doesn't live around here, and I figured, you know, she's the next best thing.
Might as well make grandma mad. What the heck?
You know?
Chrissy.
I'm gonna have to say my brother Rick.
Brother Rick. He says Brother Rick.
Sorry, Rick.
Ariana, he'd rather spend the whole day having a root canal than to spend a few hours with who?
My grandmother, so yeah.
Your grandmother? Why?
Because they just don't get along.
He likes her. She doesn't like him.
No, they don't like each other.
Oh, he didn't tell me the whole story. All right, he said he'd rather have a root canal than be with your grandmother. You're right. Okay. All right, couples, thank you very much. We'll be right back to see how well the wives will predict what their husbands will say right after these messages. Game. All right, ladies, your husbands are secluded off stage. It's your turn to predict what they will say. And remember, each of these questions will now be worth 10 points. So if you're ready, here we go with the first question. Ladies, will your husband say that he has you more wrapped around his little finger, or you have him more wrapped around your little finger? Maisha?
He has me wrapped around his little finger.
Does he really?
I like to let him think that way.
Oh, I see. Okay, we won't tell him any different. Oriana?
I have him wrapped around
You
my
got
finger.
him wrapped right around your finger, don't you? All right, Christy?
I've got him wrapped around my
I
finger.
could have told you that ahead of time. Kelly?
Me too, wrapped around my finger.
Just right around your little finger, all right? Ladies, which room in your home will your husband say has more square inches? Be specific. Which room do you think, Oriana, has more square inches in your home?
The living room.
Living room. Christy?
The living room.
You think it's the living room?
I'm
Christy, the
positive.
same place? What is this? No? Kelly?
The bedroom.
Oh, I knew that.
Big
Bedroom. Maisha?
The kitchen.
The kitchen has more square inches. All right, last of our 10-point questions. Ladies, how will your husband say you would complete this sentence? Now, remember, this is you talking. Whenever I look at my husband's friend blank, I can't help thinking how his what would look on my husband. Give me a first name only, please. Whoa. Christy, whenever you look at your husband's friend, who?
Peter.
Peter. You can't help from thinking how his what would look on your husband.
His hair.
His hair.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly?
Yeah.
His friend Tom.
Tom, you can't help from thinking how his what would look on your husband.
Chest.
His chest. Fine. Maisha.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Ooh, look at the smile on her face. You can't help from thinking how his what would look on your husband.
His mustache.
His mustache, all right? Oriana?
His friend Danny.
Danny.
And a full head of gray hair.
All right. Here's our 25-point bonus question. Ladies, what will your husband say is his least favorite vegetable? His least favorite vegetable. Kel?
Asparagus.
Asparagus. Maisha?
Peas.
Peas. All right. Oriana?
Carrots.
Carrots. And Christy?
Corn?
Sounds good to me. Corn. All right, ladies, thank you very much. We'll be right back with our husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed Game right after these messages. And welcome back to the Newlywed Game. Our couples are doing very well. Couple number 1 and couple number 2 have 10 points. Number 4 is 5 points. And couple number 3 just having a good time here, I guess. Anyway, gentlemen, let's see how well your wives have predicted what you will say. Remember, these questions are now worth 10 points. So here's our first one. Tell me, guys, does your wife have you wrapped around her little finger, or do you have her wrapped around your little finger? Andrew?
I go with wrapped around her little finger.
You're wrapped around her?
Yeah.
Macho Andrew?
Yeah, well, it's because every time I tell her to do something, she don't do it, and I don't do nothing about it, so...
I mean, do the guys in the neighborhood know this?
No, but now they do.
Yeah. She says definitely that, yeah, you're wrapped around her little finger. You bet. James, what do you say about this one?
I think Maisha would say I'm wrapped around her finger.
She's got you wrapped around her finger. No. She said you have her wrapped around your finger.
Oh, come on now.
You're always telling me, listen to the head, listen to the head. I'm the head of the household, listen to the head.
Brian,
Kelly would say that I am wrapped around her finger.
she's got you wrapped around her little finger. That's what she said. You are wrapped around her little finger. All right. And Brian over here.
Wrapped around her finger.
Oh, okay. She said, yeah, she had you wrapped right around her finger. Next question, gentlemen. Tell me, which room in your home has more square inches? Be specific. Which room, James, do you think has more square inches?
The living room, Bob.
All right, the living room. She said, definitely it is the kitchen.
How do you measure? With what do you measure?
I guess we just having fun. I don't know. It's the living room.
When you get home, I want you to measure it, okay? I'll follow what
Hey,
you
no. He's not going home. Your mother may be there. Brian?
It'd be our bedroom.
Your bedroom.
Yeah.
She predicted you would say it would be the bedroom. Thank you. Brian, which room in your home has more square inches? Be specific, please.
It'd be the living room.
The living room. That's what she said. Yeah, the living room. Good. Andrew, I know you've got this one right. What is it, Andrew?
It's the living room.
It's the living room. She said it definitely is the living room. You got it. All right, here's the last of our 10-point questions, guys. Think about this one now. How did your wife complete this sentence? Now, remember, this is her talking. Gosh, I hope you get this right, James. This is her talking now. Whenever I look at my husband's friend blank, I can't help thinking how his what would look on my husband. Give me a first name only, please. Ryan Sievers. Whenever she looks at your friend blank, who would that be?
Craig.
Craig.
Yeah.
She can't help from thinking how his what would look on you.
Ah, boy. Earrings.
Here. Oh.
I don't know what to tell you. I got an earring. I know he's got one. What the hell?
All right. She said, no, whenever she looks at Tom, it's his chest that she really likes. Yeah.
Tom? That
Tom.
little guy? Tom?
I just wanted to check it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't you like his chest?
I love his chest, but I have a
You
small
like
chest.
Tom's
would be
better,
nice.
that's all. Yeah. All right.
Tom's is little.
Brian, whenever she looks at your friend who?
Peter.
Peter. She can't help from thinking how his blank would look on you.
Probably his waist.
His waist. She said, no, she thinks Peter's cool, but it's his hair
Oh.
she really likes.
He does have cool hair.
Yeah, he does.
Look at old Andrew think about this one now.
I
Andrew,
don't know, because someone could be in trouble.
whenever she looks at your friend who?
Danny.
Danny. She can't help from thinking how his what would look on you.
God,
Hurry, please.
I would say, I don't know, his stomach.
His stomach. No. Yeah. The card, whenever she looks at Danny, but it's his beautiful gray hair that she likes.
His hair.
Because I want to see how you would look when you get old.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. I just have to look at your mom.
All right, James, this is it, man. I mean, this is your time to chime.
I know, Bob.
This is it. You're
This
going to
is
get
it.
this one right.
Yeah.
Whenever she looks at your friend,
Jonathan?
Jonathan, she can't help from thinking how his what would look on you.
Chest.
She said it is Jonathan, but it's his mustache that she likes.
Why would I want his chest?
Why would you want his hair? His mustache.
So what's the matter with his mustache?
Yeah, what's wrong with my mustache?
I didn't say that.
You said Jonathan had a really
I didn't
cool
say there's
mustache.
anything wrong with your mustache, dear. It's just
It's just
his
what?
mustache is kind of nice. That's all.
It's what?
His mustache is kind of nice. It's just nice.
I'm clueless, Bob.
Before we get to our 25-point bonus question, let's see where our winning couple will be going on their second honeymoon. Take a look. It's a fun-filled cruise. You'll spend 1 week aboard a Costa cruise ship, Europe's leading cruise line. Visit some ports of St. Thomas, Grand Cayman, Ocho Rios, and Costa's private island. Experience cruising Italian style from Costa Cruises. Now, back to you, Bob. Sounds like fun for someone, doesn't it? All right, gentlemen, here it is, your big 25-point bonus question. For 25 points, gentlemen, what is your least favorite vegetable? Your least favorite vegetable. Let's go to couple number 3. James and Maisha, you have 0, but I know you've had fun. If you get this one right, you will zoom into a tie for second place.
Okay. Can I say okra?
If you want to, go ahead.
Okra.
All right, she said you have... it's peas.
Peas?
Yeah.
I love peas. I love peas.
I like peas.
Couple number 4. Brian and Kelly with 25 and give you 50. Get it right, you'll be in first place.
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, she said asparagus. No. All right, couple number 1. Brian and Christy with 30. 25 gives you 55. Get it right, and you're going to be in first place.
I'm going to say broccoli.
Let's see. Broccoli, she said it is corn. All right, couple number 2. Andrew and Oriana. You have 30, 25 to give you 55. Get it right, Andrew, and you're going to go on a wonderful second honeymoon. What's your answer?
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yes,
She said
broccoli.
carrots. All right, that means we've got a tie between couples number 1 and couple number 2. Before the show, each of our couples predicted what their final score would be. The couple that comes closest without going over their final score will win. And if all the predictions exceed their final score, then the couple coming closest will win. So let's go. First of all, the couple number 1. You have 30 points. You predicted how many, Brian? You predicted 50. You went over. All right, Andrew and Oriana with 30. You predicted how many? You predicted 42. That means that Andrew and Oriana, you are Newlywed Prize winners. And you're off to a wonderful second honeymoon. That's all the time we have. Thanks to all of our couples, especially thanks to you.